Here's the latest on Storm Watch from News 10, Rochester's 24-hour news channel.
Good evening, I'm News 10 meteorologist John Kay. A winter storm warning is posted for the overnight hours, and we do have 27 degrees outside with snow and blowing snow. Live Rochester Doppler radar showing that the snow is now beginning to mix with some sleets and also some freezing rain to the southwest of the city. That's the latest weather reports. The next detailed weather report will be after the show.
We still face a forecast that sends a chill up your spine. Just ahead on News 10, the latest on our winter storm warning. You'll see it on live Rochester Doppler radar. The frigid weather made fighting this Ontario County fire that much harder. We'll tell you about a destroyed landmark. And you'll see a fire at a prison caused by a near riot. News 10 is next.
News 10 traffic reports are brought to you by Hazelton.
Live from WHEC-TV, your 24-hour news channel. This is News 10 at 11 with Laura Saxby, meteorologist John Kay with live Rochester Doppler radar, and Steve Hausman on sports. This is News 10.
Good evening. The best place for you to be tonight is right where you are, inside, watching television. Our top story tonight, what's going on outside. A winter storm warning is still in effect as we battle the third storm this month. Snowplows went to work early tonight, clearing away the white stuff as quickly as they could. Several inches fell by 8 o'clock tonight, though blowing snow made it tough to measure. A few brave souls ventured out for a walk, but temperatures in the 20s made things more than brisk and driving a little bit slick. Areas east of Rochester took a heavy hit from this storm with as much as 1 to 2 inches of snow falling per hour. Earlier this evening, parts of Ontario County saw heavy snowfall with visibility dropping to near zero in some parts. Now, which way is the storm headed and what can we expect in the next few hours? Meteorologist John Kay joins us now with the latest. John?
Well, Laura, it looks like the snow is finally going to begin to wind on down over the next couple of hours, but the storm is moving towards the northeast, so that means messy conditions for us throughout the overnight hours as some warmer air begins to work on in, and the temperatures should hover just around the freezing mark, and that means sleets is mixing in. Live Rochester Doppler radar showing it very clearly with the red and the orange. That's a good indication of some sleets just to the southwest of the city. And I will be back with more details about the snow later in the newscast.
All right, John, we aren't the only ones fighting the elements tonight. In Colorado, a series of avalanches buried several cars today and may mean life or death for some people. Blowing snow forced rescuers near Aspen to call off an aerial search for 6 cross-country skiers missing and believed trapped. Ground teams couldn't go in because of the fear of more avalanches. The rising waters of the Mojave River in California took big bites out of riverbanks there and sent some homes tumbling into the water. And in Tennessee, storms spawned several tornadoes, killing at least 1 person and hurting dozens of others. Winds took down barns, homes, and power lines. Officials closed the Rochester International Airport for about an hour and a half tonight when a prop plane from Canada missed both runways and landed in the area in between. We're told the pilot wasn't familiar with the Rochester Airport. He wasn't hurt, but his plane had to be pulled out of a snowbank. Investigators still will start their search first thing tomorrow in Phelps. They'll look for the cause of a fire that leveled an historic building on Main Street in an Ontario County village today. Jim King went to the scene of the fire.
Firefighters from all over Ontario County battled a blaze and the elements in the village of Phelps. Trudging through the snow and freezing temperatures, it took firefighters hours to get it under control.
The environment is against you. The weather's fighting you. Fortunately, the wind isn't that strong where they didn't have a heavy draft. But you got people, residential area, you got a lot of situations that you're not prepared for.
The building's a village landmark. It's the old movie theater, but they haven't had movies there since the late 60s. Used as storage space, the old theater was packed with everything from furniture to appliances. It all went up quickly. Although the village of Phelps does have a fire hydrant system, they needed more help, so they turned to the closest water source. They pumped as much water as they could, as fast as they could, but still, they didn't save the village landmark. Nearby resident Helen Phillips captured the early moments. The intense heat and smoke forced some residents out of their apartment building just a few feet away. The Red Cross helped find 7 people a place to stay and gave them needed supplies.
They provided us with a, toothbrush and soap and stuff that we need.
How much of a help is it?
It's quite a bit of help.
Residents don't know when they'll get back into their apartments. As for fire investigators, they say it could be tough trying to figure out how the blaze started. Jim King, News 10.
Two fires at almost the same time pushed Henrietta firefighters to the limit today. This fire at 112 Armbruster Road broke out just before 2 o'clock this afternoon and took more than an hour and a half to bring under control. Part of the reason most of the firefighters were still on the scene of another house fire. Now, no word on a cause of this one yet, but fire officials tell us tonight they believe a furnace problem caused this fire at 20 Cathy Drive in Henrietta. The fire started shortly after noon here and took about an hour to knock down. Firefighters say the homeowner was at church when that blaze began and came home to find her house heavily damaged. The frigid weather made fighting both fires tougher. The day began with a blaze for Pittsford firefighters. We're told a bag of ashes from a fireplace left in a garage at 53 Kirklees Road probably started this blaze. Flames destroyed the garage as well as 2 cars parked inside. Part of the nearby home suffered some damage too. No one inside at the time was hurt or any of the firefighters on the scene. An expression of support from friends today for a Chilai couple who lost their home to fire last month. Flames destroyed the garage and house belonging to Mabel and Charlie Sage. Passers-by rescued the couple from their Ballantyne Road home. The Sages have been married 65 years and hope to rebuild. Members of the Eagles Club in Gates pitched in, hosting a spaghetti dinner fundraiser for the couple today. Family members say the Sages are overwhelmed.
Everybody has been truly wonderful since this has happened to my mom and dad. They've showed so much warmth and so much love. You don't see it that often unless you're involved in it, and this is just truly something amazing.
The goal of today's fundraiser was $2,500. A Scottsville woman died last night in a snowmobile accident along Route 104 in Ontario, Wayne County. Sheriff's deputies say Shelley Mitchell hit a utility pole. The 23-year-old died of head injuries a short time later at a Rochester hospital. Officials say she was not wearing a helmet. A former snowmobile safety instructor today offered some reminders to riders, including keeping your speed to 25 to 30 miles an hour on most trails, get your equipment checked regularly, and even though no law mandates it, wear a helmet.
Helmet wear is not required, but it is recommended by all manufacturers. Do supply helmets to the riders. The other point is that there's nothing warmer to wear in sub-zero weather than a helmet.
O'Neill also recommends double-checking the throttle in cold weather like this to make sure it isn't frozen. It's now just a few minutes before midnight, a little later for News 10 tonight, and we're looking toward tomorrow morning, John.
Okay, it looks like it is going to be slow going for wake-up time. Back to school for all the children and also for work tomorrow. Snow showers, so you will have to brush off your car. And it won't be too bad temperature-wise, about 30 degrees. I will be back in just a few minutes with complete details on Monday's forecast.
All right, John, thanks. Still to come tonight from News 10, where the president is this weekend and what he's got to say. We'll also show you some pictures of a deadly train crash. And stay with us, because a little later, we'll take you to a milestone birthday party moment.
Weekdays at 9 on TV 10.
Gee, but it's good to be here.
Live with Regis and Kathy Lee.
He's out of control!
The king and queen of good, clean fun, says Good Housekeeping.
It's so satisfying.
Weekdays at 9, only on TV 10.
Get a warm feeling all over?
Nice.
Escape. Calvin Klein. Your gift with any $38.50 Escape purchase at Kaufman's.
It's here, the Sierra Special, with standard features like a 4.3-liter, 160-horsepower V6 engine, a convenient sliding rear window, a durable bed liner, and for 8 straight years, more resale value than any other full-size pickups. Plus, Consumer's Digest has named the Sierra a Best Buy for 1993, and at $12,186, it's now a great buy. See it now at your greater Rochester area GMC truck dealer.
McDonald's world-famous hamburgers are a great deal at 59 cents each, and cheeseburgers are a great deal, too, at 69 cents each. But right now, you can get hamburgers for just 29 cents, and cheeseburgers for just 39 cents. It's Hamburger Lovers Week. How can we possibly do it? Cut out the middlemen. Hurry in for 29-cent hamburgers and 39-cent cheeseburgers, now through February 28th. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
At America's best contacts and eyeglasses, price is more important than ever. Patients get 2 pair of eyeglasses or a pair of daily wear soft contacts for $39.99, and that includes the eye exam. We will beat any legitimate advertised price, period. That's 2 pair of eyeglasses complete or daily wear soft contacts, including the eye exam for $39.99 only at America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses. Call now.
President Clinton is in San Jose, California tonight, the second stop on his 2-day West Coast trip to pitch his economic plan. Earlier today, Mr. Clinton told a college audience in Santa Monica that he wants his critics to put their specific suggestions where their mouths are. California is a state hard hit by defense industry layoffs. The president today announced his plan to release $500 million to help those industries convert to civilian projects. Secretary of State Warren Christopher continues his rounds of Mideast capitals in an effort to get Mideast peace talks moving again. Christopher is in Saudi Arabia tonight, his next stop after meeting with Syrian President Assad. Syria is considered a key player in the peace talks. Syria and Israel made big progress before Israel deported hundreds of Palestinians, bringing the talks to a grinding halt. The leaders of New York City spent the day going over Governor Cuomo's proposed $59.1 billion state budget. The New York State Conference of Mayors started its winter meeting with the budget review in Albany. Prison officials in Massachusetts say this jail is a total loss after inmates came close to starting a riot and allegedly started a fire instead. Flames and chaos erupted at the 165-year-old facility when about 300 inmates began the disturbance, reportedly throwing food through broken windows and shouting, "We want our rights." There were a few minor injuries in that incident. One person died today in Oklahoma after 2 trains collided. The Santa Fe Railroad and Burlington Northern train smashed into each other at an intersection. One Santa Fe crewman said they couldn't see the red flashing lights at the intersection, so they stopped the train. The Burlington train then slammed into the first train. Here in Rochester, drug addicts looking for help will have another place to turn in just 2 weeks. St. Andrew's Church turned a former convent into a facility that will be able to house 22 men trying to beat their addictions. Freedom House is set to open for the first time on March 5th. You may not think drugs exist in the suburbs, but they certainly do. And starting tomorrow at 6 on my Inside Report, photographer Bob Hitchcock and I take you to the front lines of the drug battle. We go on the job with a drug enforcement task force made up of investigators from Brighton, Arundequoit, and Greece. You'll hear from undercover officers, a drug dealer turned informant, and see what kind of drugs they seize in suburban neighborhoods.
The people that we're going to target I think are certainly more careful as to how they deal drugs, who they deal drugs to. It's not like the people that you may find in the inner city on a warm summer day dealing drugs on the street corner.
Join me this week at 6 on News 10 for my Inside Report on the drug war being waged in the suburbs. That starts tomorrow. Well, action from tonight's NBA All-Star Game and a preview of tomorrow's Press Radio Club dinner. That's still to come tonight on Sports Sunday with Steve Hausman. But stay right where you are because John Kay will be up right after this short break to update our winter storm warning.
This is the beginning, the perfect place to start. For fashion, fun, and family, for matters of the heart. We're an endless source of value for everything that's new. We're everything you're looking for. We're your Caldor. We're everything you're looking for. We're your Caldor. We're your Caldor.
I'm on the road day in and day out. It's, hey, taxi, stop, and cabby, quick, stop here. I know the value of good brakes. My livelihood depends on it. And when I'm off duty, our lives depend on good brakes. That's why I depend on Meineke.
At Meineke, we do brakes, and we do them right. We analyze the whole system, pinpoint the problem, and fix it, period.
No matter why you're on the road, you can depend on brakes from Meineke. I do.
Has the simple joy of driving become a casualty of your times? Introducing 200 turbocharged horses. Uncanny grace. And one of the safest cars Saab has ever built. The new 9000 CSE. A car you can drive hard with your conscience intact.
Special incentives now available at your participating Rochester area Saab dealers.
People living with pain keep thanking me.
Thank
Thanks, Joe.
For telling them about Flexall 454, the aloe vera-based pain-relieving gel recommended by the athletic trainers of all major pro sports.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Flexall, America's #1 pain-relieving gel. #1 at helping people feel better, live better, work better. If you're living with pain, get better. Get Flexall, the pain relief pro trainers recommend.
Well, most schools have been off this week for breaks, so in addition to people going back to work, we've got kids going back to school tomorrow morning.
So it is going to be a very, very busy morning for tomorrow, or almost for today, because it's just getting close to midnight. Outside now we have snow, ice pellets, and also some freezing rain in some sections. Temperature climbed up quite a bit, 27 degrees. Humidity, 92%. Dew point number, 25 degrees. The barometric pressure, that's falling, 29 points, 49. And the wind is from the southwest at 13 miles per hour. Live Rochester Doppler radar showing precipitation all around the greater Rochester region. Now the yellow and the red indicate where the sleet is, and it is just crossing over the city now. And then back off towards the west, you pick up just plain old snow, and then out towards the east, more snow. So this situation is going to continue for the good part of the overnight hours with mixed precipitation, and we could pick up another 2 to 3 more inches on top of what fell already. The United States radar summary looks like this. We have mixed precipitation changing over to all rain just over Long Island and up into Connecticut along the Jersey coastline and further south. Now we have some snow back inland. And to the north as well, we have snow mixing with some ice pellets and also some sleets, and then it turns to rain along the south. And this is where the cold front is. All of this is moving towards the northeast. Then we have some snow over Minnesota back into Iowa, and then we have some clear conditions over the plains and some more snows over the Rockies. Impulse of low pressure just over Lake Erie. This is the Giants' major winter storm, which is moving towards the northeast and gave us all of the snow today and more snow throughout the overnight hours, and even some passing snow flurries for your Monday, back to school and also back to work. Looks like a messy start for Monday morning. Cold front extends right down to the south with a wiggly warm front to the coastline. Warm air is now being filtered up from the south and crossing over the northeast, and that is why we are now beginning to see a mix of precipitation. 27 downtown, 33 degrees out in Buffalo with a mix of precipitation. It's raining, though, over Erie, PA, 37 degrees, 33 for New York City, but cold up towards the north with teens and also some passing snow showers and also some lighter snow. We tied last night with the low, -1 degrees. Your big picture for Monday looks like this. That low pressure system, which is now over Lake Erie, will be up into the St. Lawrence Valley. That means some wraparound moisture, partly cloudy skies, and a few passing snow showers with an early high of 32, but then those temperatures will begin to fall into the 20s. So the forecast until dawn, a winter storm warning still posted, snow, sleets, and windy, about 6 to 8 inches total, that is, rising temperatures. Now during the day, snow showers and early high of 32, then falling into the 20s. And the 5-day plan goes like this: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday, some more snow, chilly in the 20s. Wednesday, 21, more snow flurries and lake effect snow. Sunshine and clouds on Thursday, 21. Then on Friday, 25 degrees, and sure, some more snow to close the work week.
What do you say, guys? We just pack it in and move to a warmer climate.
Let's go
We're
down
out of here.
south.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You first, right?
Right.
What's going on in sports?
Oh, I guess we have to call it Sports Monday now.
No,
It's just after midnight, but we'll tell you about a championship day for Williamson's Diane Roth Steinrotter and take it to the land of the Giants next.
News 10 is brought to you by Citibank.
President's Day celebrations salute Washington and Lincoln, but at Chrysler Plymouth we're including McKinley and Cleveland. That means savings into the thousands.
Save big money at the minivan store on every Voyager.
With features like a minivan driver's airbag, automatic transmission, and air conditioning, you can drive off in a Voyager for this great low price. So hurry in. You'll save big and meet some presidents you hardly know. At Chrysler Plymouth, where real advantages make a real difference.
If you'd rather look like this and not like this, fix your hair. Fix your hair with HRS. HRS has the hair assimilation process. Not a wig, not a transplant, but a non-surgical method of replacing lost hair. Replace a bald crown. Reestablish a frontal hairline. It's not growing hair, but it looks just like it. Hair assimilation can fix your hair. Swim, exercise, work out, sweat, wash and blow dry, and do it all again. Hair assimilation from HRS. The next best thing to growing hair. The best way to fix your hair.
Call Genesis 2 HRS now at 1-800-374-4404 for a free color brochure. Call now. It could change your life forever.
Welcome back and welcome to Sports Sunday. And at the top, we congratulate Williamson's Diane Rothsteinrotter, who today won the women's giant slalom at the U.S. Alpine